Okay, Grand Rising. So we've been working on the sacral chakra, did a bunch of affirmations. So let's just sit and we're going to balance out that chakra today. So I'm actually going to just send a little bit of light Reiki also while we're meditating. And anybody who is listening on the YouTube, you actually receive it as well. That's the best thing about Reiki. So let's go ahead and go into our spaces, closing our eyes or gazing softly in front of us. You can put your palms down, palms up. You can put one hand over your heart, one hand over your stomach. It is so important to take this quiet time right in the beginning, dropping into that space. See that light at the top of your head opening as a funnel. Allow the energy to come in and flow through you, within you, radiating from you. Don't let anyone dim this light. This is your light, your source, everything that you are working on here. The sacral chakra, it's about our emotions, our sexuality, balance between yin and yang, and our feminine and our masculine. We have both. We need them for balance. Some carry more masculine, some carry more feminine. That's within each human. And I'm not talking boy or girl. I'm talking frequencies and energies. It's okay to be sensitive. It's okay to be emotional. It's okay to be passionate. It's okay to be extra. All of these are emotions, character traits, things that we hold within us, and all of them are okay. How do you process things going on in your relationships? This sits here in the sacral. Friendships, relationships, romantic partners, our children, our parents, our siblings, our coworkers, people we come across just in our daily lives. How are we dealing and moving with our emotions through these relationships? It's okay. It's okay to be how you are. Understand yourself. That is when chakras start to balance. I was told that I was extra for so long. I fought being extra. I tried to, quote, calm myself down. I was fighting against my natural energy, my passion, my masculinity. It caused that chakra to become unbalanced. That imbalance caused addictions and alcoholism. I took my power back. I am extra. I am emotional. I am aggressive. I am all of those things, and I am okay with that. Love yourself. Love the qualities. If you don't, then alchemize it. Change it. My aggression also manifested into a quick temper, anger, harsh words. I didn't like that. Balanced it. It's okay. But how are you using those emotions? How do you feel about the way you are? This chakra holds your sexuality and your sensuality. So all those thoughts roll into how you feel about your body. How do you feel about yourself? Love and accept the parts of you, all of them. The ones that you don't vibrate with. It's okay. You're conscious of it, acknowledging it. Now shift through it. But it is okay. Take the time. Take the time the rest of this week to be aware. Slow it down. Don't move quickly through these spaces. Focus on the color orange. It's not particularly my favorite color, but I have a bright orange dress. On days that I need balancing, I will cover myself with that piece of cloth. Orange juice, orange peppers. I will pull in that color and that frequency into my space. I encourage you to do the same. Orange underwear, orange shorts, orange foods, yoga poses, affirmations. So many ways to find balance here. Balancing here will make you feel better about your body, will make you feel better about your emotions, will help you to find that balance between your yin and your yang. Let's take a deep breath here. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now let's take this time inhaling and exhaling, and I want you to really feel that belly up, fill the belly up. Feel and see that orange light coming in through your nostrils, moving down that windpipe through the chest, down through your upper belly, into that lower belly, going right into that sacral chakra. Feel your belly expanding with that orange light. And exhale all of the toxicity that you've been sitting in that sacral chakra and remove it. In this space, while we are breathing, let's also extend that energy to those in our space that need it, that need us to hold this space for them. And let's extend that out to them now, too. All right, guys. If you're in a good space, go ahead and mute me. If not, let's go ahead and bring our awareness back. Oh. With these next full moons, with the moon's orbit being so close to us, we're, coming towards the end of the year. Let's really slow down. If we have not, take a look, journal, write it down. Next week or the week after, I am gonna have people bring some pen and paper. We are gonna write some stuff down and shift through. So, writing down some intentions and things like that. You know what I mean? So, let's see what's coming through the chat. Yeah, Amanda, people say you're aggressive and loud. Yeah, I am. Yep. Yep, I am. I absolutely. And it's funny because when people would say, "Oh, you're aggressive and loud," I'd be like, you would somehow feel like they were insulting you, right? I would take it as an insult, like they were saying something to me. And now when people say it, it's like, I am. Yeah, I am. And you're quiet and you're not aggressive, and that's okay. So your perception of me is that I am extra. I am extra for you because you're not loud and aggressive. But I am loud and aggressive. You're right. I am. And I love it. And that makes me who I am. And that's what I said too. Like, I would think, Kim 5 years ago, 5.5 years ago, if you would have told me that I was going to be a meditation coach and that I was going to be like, sitting in these spaces and doing all these things, I would have laughed in your face because I would have been like, do you know me? I can't sit still for 2 seconds. There's no fucking way. What? Like, and just wouldn't have even thought of that as the possibility because I am loud and because I am aggressive and because I am extra and because I have all this energy. But look at me leading my meditations loud and aggressively and extra. So, you guys know we're gonna go on Kim's meditation. She's probably gonna say fuck. She's probably gonna, it's really early. Am I ready to receive her extraness today? No, I'm not. So I'm gonna stay asleep. You know what I mean? There's 7 of us on here, and that's what I said, but it's okay. I no longer feel that it's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. That's me. Do you know what I mean? I am. Yes, I am. I am home. Right? That's that whole what we hear in the spiritual world. I am. Yes. Yes, I am. And that's what I love about you too. You know what I mean? That's why we vibe. We see that vibration. We know that frequency. So, yeah. Sacral chakra. Own it, be okay with it, because it's all okay. I embrace my outrageousness. I totally do. I totally do. It's crazy though, too. Like, especially seeing like Luna and like she's so extra. Like when she screams and all that. Like, how many times has I told Kim you're at a 10, bring it to a 3? When I moved to LA, my nickname was New York because they're all like, and they'd be like, New York, calm down. You don't need to yell. You know what I mean? I'd be like yelling across the bar. What do you want? What do you need? What do you want? It was just, yes, you're right. I am. Yes, I am. So owning it, being it, and
I,
it,
I love that about you. And I feel like it's such an inspiration to those that haven't used their voice and don't speak up. Um, and I think that it's just, yeah, I feel like it's such an inspiration for people who have lost their voice.
thank you. Thanks, Joe. And it's funny because like you see that, and that's why I was like, and I get, and it's so funny because there's a lot of those people who they were like, I would never. Like, I approach all the bullies' moms. That's an aggressive, but I have to. Do you know what I mean? These moms need another mom who's going to tell them to their face, fix your kids.
Ah,
Something about this. Why are you not? You know what I mean? Like when I see Liam, because yes, that whole excuse, kids are going to be kids. You're absolutely right. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. But what are we going to do about that? You know what I mean? Because that whole kids can be kids. So when my kid is being a kid, I say to him, like, that's not how you treat your friends. Like, he had a friend over and his friend ripped one of his toys, like a box. And Liam was like crying and upset and be like, he did it on purpose. He did it. I was like, no, no, your friend did it on accident. Because think about how many times, Liam, you've done something. And how many times have I heard those famous words from you? It was an accident. It was an accident. And I was like, and you are making your friend feel some way right now. Like your friend is here and you're yelling and screaming. I'm like, how do you think you're making him feel? You know what I mean? So, um, I have a lot of parents like, yeah, they don't appreciate my aggressiveness, Jill. So thank you. You know what I mean? Because that's why it's like, yeah, like sometimes we are the way we are for a reason. And when we embrace those things and be like, okay, and like I said, my aggressiveness not comes across as abrasive. I went off on my employee last week, and then I texted her and I apologized. I was like, I am so sorry for how I spoke to you right now. I was upset, and she was like, no, no, it's okay. I understand why you're upset. And I go, no, it's not okay. And I want you to know that it's not okay. I don't care if I'm your employer, and I don't care that I was upset, and I don't care that I was annoyed, and I don't care that you didn't do what you were supposed to do. That does not make it okay that I spoke to you the way that I did. And I apologize for that. Um, because that's all I can do. I didn't like how I spoke to her. It was not okay. I was not being kind. I was being a fucking And I was like, I'm sorry. Do you know? And that's why I said, like, all we can do is look at it, see it, and definitely apologize and alchemize it, right? So how did I alchemize that? I apologized. I knew that I was wrong. I acknowledged that speaking to someone like that is not okay. Um, and that's okay. You know what I mean? That happened, but it's like, how do I alchemize that? I apologized. I apologized, and I know that I'm really gonna try to like I said, when I'm angry, not react. And I reacted, and I didn't like that, and I apologized for it. So um, things like that. So thank you, Jill, because I appreciate that. Because that, and you know what I mean? And then accepting the compliments, because I had a hard time accepting things. So thank you, because I feel that yeah, I'm giving people permission. You know what I mean? And that's the thing too, when you say
Yes.
things like that, turning those things that, oh, I don't like this. Like, I hate that I'm like that, but there's a reason why you're, and think about it and embrace it and just take the good parts of it. Like, thank you. Yes, you're right. I am helping people find their voice. I need to be nicer about it, but I'm going to keep doing it.
Yeah, I feel like there's so
Authenticity is
many people
critical.
that don't speak up and don't speak their truth because they've lost their voice. But when you speak up for somebody else or you speak your truth, you give them permission and you let them realize that it's not for you to sit there and not speak your truth, hurts you more than speaking your truth. So I feel like you give people permission.
Hmm.
Authenticity is critical to the mission. And how are you going to make known the self if you don't be real?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
how I kind of perceive it.
Yeah.
And that goes for everybody. And they have to process through what you did or whatever through their window, not yours.
That part. That part. Yeah. Thank you for bringing that part out, Melinda. Um, wow. Even going to a higher perspective, like when that, yeah. Yeah, because and it's funny because I think about because when that employee, when the girl was like, "No, that's okay, I understand." I was like, "No, you need to understand that it's not okay. That nobody should speak to you like that, including myself. You know what I mean? I don't care who I am. Like, you know." So, yeah, yeah, you're right. And it's a gift. It's a gift I gave her. No, I'm just kidding.
It's
But
a gift that keeps on giving. Oh, I'm as snippy as the day is long.
yeah.
If, right? Not always, but like I usually watch the spiral down. Like it starts out good and I can feel myself spiraling down and then I'm looking for a target,
Mm.
right? Just to release some of it. But at least I'm
Oh.
aware of it. And then I'm acting, I'm growing and evolving and I'm okay with that. And when I do something like yesterday at the Walmart there, I said to the guy, I was doing three different orders, and he said I didn't have the bar in between the second order. So the second order got placed on the first order. And so now he's giving me a hard time. I said, I'm not interested in arguing. These are the things that have to go back. Just do it, right? But
Yeah.
by the time we were finished with that process, I'd apologized for being a bit on the snippy side, and we are giggling and laughing, and life went on, right? He's like, don't worry about it. But I'm not. I was like super snippy.
I love that. I love that. Yes. I love when you said I'm annoyed as the day is long or something. That because that's yeah, yeah. And it's funny and interesting that you said when you feel it coming down, you look for a target. For me, it builds up because there's a target. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So that's and when you said that, I was like, oh, that's interesting. Because usually, like, I feel it because someone like, you know. So then I'm like, breathe, breathe, breathe. But yeah, it's so funny that you say that because I feel it too. Like when I was like getting annoyed, I'm like, breathe, breathe, breathe. But sometimes I don't. And then there it is, boom. And then that's when I know I have to apologize. Because I'm like, that was not okay. That was not good. That was a little mean. So
Well, you want to hear something wonderful in my mind anyway, Kim? You know, when I was crying about my sister Debbie and blah, 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 and you were like, you gotta be kinder, you gotta do better, basically, is how I interpreted what you said. I have been hopo-onoing 24/7 around the clock, and I'm using it for everybody now. And things are starting to shift a little bit for me. I'm not as angry and annoyed, and my fuse isn't quite as short. And so thank you for that. That was a shift.
I think I'm gonna try that at the store. It's funny. I'm gonna try that at the store. When people come in and they're like, "Why are you closing?" I would go off. Oh, the thieves. Oh, but now when people are like, "Why are you
Mhm.
closing?" I'm like, "Oh, many different reasons." And I leave it at that. And they're like, "Oh, really?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And I'd rather not say because it just I don't, and nothing good comes out of my mouth. So I'm just going to say many reasons. And the customers just start laughing. They're like, oh, okay. Do you know what I mean? But before I'd be like, and it's not a customer that would even just, they would just simply ask, oh, why are you closing?
Mhm.
And I would go off on all the reasons. And now I'm like, many reasons.
Exactly.
I was working myself up and I was like, why am I doing that? Why am I so fucking bitter? Shut the fuck
Hmm.
up, Kim. So it's been an exact thing. It's been better. I had to start sending love. I always send love to that store. I can't tell you how often I've apologized to the store and being like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Like, because I'll be like, I hate this store. You know what I mean? And then as soon as I say it, I'm like, I'm so sorry. I don't mean that. I don't hate you. You have provided for me. You've been good to me. It's not your fault that the shitty people come in here. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, I apologize to my spaces now. Do you know what I mean? Even when I'm like, I
Yeah.
hate this store. No, I don't. No, I don't hate this store. I don't like the people that come in the store. And even that I'm trying to change. So we could go on and on and on. This is one of our late,
Good.
but I love you all. I'm so
Mm.
thankful for you guys and your space. And I just love how everybody moves with me. Like I would feel guilty for, I would not want to cancel meditations, but even like just I'm okay. Like, no, I gotta sleep in. No, da 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 da. So yeah, I just love this space. I love haha, we're so similar. Yeah, Amanda, I'm telling you. Yeah. So yeah. But then it's like, but that's why it's like, yeah, but then just be okay. Just be okay. So all right, guys. I love you all. Have a great day, and I will see
Mm.
you mañana. I am sending out intuition tests today, so check the messenger. I'm going to be sending a bunch of photos. All right, and yeah, we're going to do intuition tests today. So I'll surprise everyone else who wasn't on the meditation. All right, guys, have a great day, and I will see you mañana. Bye, guys.